Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a story time about how I got kicked out of 5th grade. I was the most badass kid in 5th grade. I actually think I was the ugliest kid in my school. I was definitely the fattest, so I was probably like the most picked on kid ever. And yeah, if I had a picture of myself in 5th grade, I would show you, but obviously I must have burned them all. Nobody took pictures of me because I would have broken their camera. 5th grade, I got in big trouble. If you want to hear about how I got kicked out of the 5th grade, stay tuned. Okay, in the 5th grade, I had a really cool email address that is no longer active. I tried to find the emails. You'll understand the email part in a minute. But I tried to find the emails, okay? And my really cool email was from AOL. I used to use AIM, AIM, remember? It was Pet Patrol 1, so you know just from that email that I was really cool. I think the 5th grade was like my shittiest year ever. I was really chubby, and not even chubby, like I was like, I want to say I was probably like 5 feet tall then, maybe 5'4", and I weighed like a lot for a 5th grader. So I was like this big circle. This is where it's going, okay. 5th grade, I emailed my principal and I think my art teacher that, oh, I think you need a little backstory because this won't make sense. In the 5th grade, I had 2 teachers. I had a history and English teacher in one room and then like a math and science teacher in another room. Just 2 teachers and that's it. So my math and science teacher literally had the worst breath ever. She would get over in your face and be like, "How can I help you?" And her breath smelled like dog shit. Like, okay, so you know when a dog like breathes in your car and it smells like dog food? That's what her breath smelled like, but like death at the same time. Her breath smelled. She was the worst teacher ever. Her room literally smelled like dying women. I don't know, it was really bad. So that's the backstory of my teacher. Now my art teacher, bless their souls, because I don't know why I even thought this was a good idea. I decided to email my art teacher and tell her that her art sucked, and I can't remember exactly what I said. Pretty much just that she shouldn't be an art teacher and that her art was awful and she shouldn't be a teacher there. So that was the email to my teacher, her, okay, my art teacher. Then I emailed my principal thinking this was a really good idea. I think her name was Mrs. Robinson. And I want to say the year that I was in 5th grade was maybe 2005. So I emailed her, right? And I'm like, I don't remember my teacher's name. Let's just say it's Mrs. Smith. Let's just say it's Mrs. Smith, okay? So I was like, excuse me, you need to fire her. Her breath stinks. She's a terrible teacher. She doesn't know anything. I literally just said she smelled and that she shouldn't be a teacher there and she should go on retirement or something. And so I sent those emails, okay? I sent them. I literally thought I was being so funny. I did this all by myself too, so I'm like a fucking weirdo. I sent the emails. And then the next day at school was a normal day. And then the next day, okay, if you've never felt panic, well, I'm gonna tell you, if I've never felt panic, that moment they walked in, they had this big poster and it had my email on it and they're like, does anybody know whose email this is? And I was like, duh. Like my heart literally stopped and I froze and I'm like, oh my god, I didn't know they would actually, like, I don't know what I thought. I have no idea what I was thinking. Yeah, everybody's like, oh, I think that's Michaela's email. And I'm like, no, my email's, I don't know, it was like whatever my cousin's email was. I tried to play it as mine and literally her name was in it, and so obviously it wasn't mine. So they came in with a big poster. Everybody pointed out it was me and I'm like, no, it's not me, I didn't do it. And you know, my face of guilt didn't give that away. I was taken out of that class real fast. I was brought down to the office and they read the emails and they're like, did you send this? And I'm like, yeah. They called my parents in. Oh, I remember the time frame was, okay, do you remember in elementary school when you get those like Christmas assemblies? Well, we were having Christmas assembly 2 days later and I didn't want to miss it, but they didn't care. So I went in and the guidance counselor was there and the vice principal was there and the principal was there and they're like, this is totally disrespectful and I think they wanted to call the cops maybe. I don't know why they would want to. I don't remember exactly. I wish I had the emails. They were probably I wish they were probably poorly written and hilarious, but I don't. And I tried signing in on my email to find them, but I can't sign in. And I haven't used that email since 5th grade, and all the emails would have been deleted because I'm just assuming they would be, so that sucks. But they were probably hilarious. I would probably die laughing if I read them now. Yeah, so I was in the office literally all day, and my dad came in. The guidance counselor was trying to figure out what was wrong with me because he thought that I had some like mental problem or I was depressed, so I was lashing out because I was never in trouble. So my dad came in and he was like, yeah, Michaela has to go home because she is suspended for 3 days. And I'm like, oh my God. And I started crying. My dad's like, and I did not. I think if I ever did that now, I would get like, I would get kicked out completely. I'd probably get expelled if I did that in high school, but I was, what was I, 10? So they were probably just like, oh, okay, well, she's just troubled then. So I was suspended for 3 days. I thought that was like the worst thing ever. I'm like, oh my God. And like literally my parents didn't care. They were just like, well, don't do that, but what are you gonna do? Like, you can't unsend the emails. And I think I had to apologize to them. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I did. And it was awkward. And I still had to take her art class for the rest of the year and then the next year. So that was awkward. And the lady didn't suck at art. She was fine. And it wasn't anything great. I mean, she was an elementary art school teacher. When I came back, I was forced to sit with my guidance counselor every single day at lunch for the rest of 5th and 6th grade. Yeah. And then every morning I would have to go down, say the Pledge of Allegiance and sing, this land is your land, this land is my land, every day, because he didn't want me to get in trouble. And for the record, if my kid did that, I'd be like, what is wrong with you? I mean, I was literally the ugliest kid ever. If I had a picture, like I said, I would show you. If I had the emails, I would read them. I probably have the record somewhere. Oh, now I'm curious. I want to know where they are. My records are in my room somewhere. I bet I can find it because when you graduate high school, you get all your records and your health records and stuff. I'm gonna see if I can find those. I'm gonna find them. I just went searching for them. I can't find them, but I think they're in this chest thing I have in my room, but I have a big shelf on it. So if I find them, let me know if you guys want to see it. I know probably nobody cares about this video, but if you want to see them, it'll be worth it to get that shelf off and open it. I know they're in there. My report would be in there and I want to see it. And maybe I'll find a picture of myself and I'll show you. I'm really curious. I wish I could get in there. The shelf's really heavy. I'd have to have Robbie help me get it off. That is the story about how the ugliest, most fucked up 5th grader got kicked out because she emailed the principal and the art teacher saying that they suck and they need to be fired and that they smell really fucking bad. Literally like death. Oh my God, I remember. I told the art teacher her room smelled funny. It's probably smelled like art supplies for all I knew, but yeah. Elementary school was literally the worst. Like, everybody was so mean to me. I would be mean to me. You should see me. I mean, like, this is my glow up, and you may not think so, but if you saw what I looked like, oh, maybe I do have a picture. Where's my phone? So, in 5th grade, 6th grade, I looked like, oh, that's not gonna hold on. I gotta turn this light off. I looked like a gorilla, okay? Yeah, I was like this big loaf. I literally looked like an ape, yeah. You can only imagine that being subject to counseling every day at lunch. And I believe we had like 30-minute lunch every single day. And I had to talk about my life because he thought for sure that I was depressed and my life sucked and I was just lashing out. Oh, okay. Lashing out on my principal, which it really wasn't. I actually thought my teacher smelled awful. I really did. You should have been there. Well, you probably didn't want to be. And I kid you not, the next year we had a new principal. I'm not kidding you. I can't remember his name. I probably have it in the record somewhere. But we had a lady principal and then we got a guy principal the last year. The last year I was in elementary school. My story about how I was kicked out of the 5th grade for being trash. Literal white trash. Like, I was sick. I mean, that was kind of cool. I was really hideous. But like, I was just sick of people picking on me. People were mean to me. I mean, they have a reason to be. I was hideous, but that's no reason to pick on someone. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment about how sad your life was in elementary school or any grade. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment, like I said, about your terrible experiences in school. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you pooped your pants, peed your pants, you got kicked out for something stupid, got picked on, got bullied someone. I want to hear about it. I want to hear about it. I like hearing about random people's misery. It's just fun in the past now. I was in 5th grade, literally 10 or 12 years ago. That's really scary. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe down below. I do have some pretty weird stories from my time. I was trash and people picked on me. And that's how I turned out who I am today. So I guess it's a little bit of a plus. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will be back very soon with another story time, probably, or something. I don't know. I don't know what my next video is. But anyway, I will see you in my next video. Thank you very much for watching. And I will catch you next time. Bye.